I'm Coach Haas, the lasagna guy in fitness that shows you how to get leaner, stronger, and healthier. Also while eating some lasagna because that's just how life rolls over here. So, the first question our friend asked us, Diana. So, number one question, can you overdo protein? Can you overdo protein? So her question is, she has some goals. She wants to build some strength, build some lean muscle, but she's worried about overdoing one thing, which is the protein. And yes, you can overdo the protein. You can overdo protein, but it's very hard to do. Protein, when you eat it, it makes you feel fuller. The concept of protein is that as you eat like higher quality protein meals, your hungers will kind of like quiet down. You won't be able to basically snack all day and just pick away at food because you're hungry. Protein, basically it fills your body up, eliminates the snacking, and usually people eat more calories throughout the day because they're snacking. So protein, can you overdo it? Yes, you can. It's hard to do, but yes, you can. Now, if you're counting macros, like my people out there who are counting macros, protein is about 30% of your diet. So just average your macros, do that, make sure it's 30% of your diet. But if you're wondering how much protein you need a day, it's 0.8 times your ideal body weight. So if you want to be 125 or 135 or whatever, just do that, plug that in, and that will give you exactly how many grams you need a day protein-wise to basically function. So I hope that answered it. Overdoing protein, yes, but it's very, 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 very hard to do. If you've noticed, when you eat, usually you eat the carbohydrates first, like, the rice or the whatever, because that, even though it's bigger, you can still eat carbohydrates all day. They taste so good. They don't fill you up as much as protein does. Protein is like a brick. It basically quiets down that hunger. So that's that. If you have any questions, continued questions, make sure you drop them below. All right, we're moving on to question number 2. Can you swap fats for carbohydrates? Can you swap fats for carbohydrates? So first off, I would ask you, why would you like to swap fats for carbohydrates? If the goal of you is to, say, lose body fat, overall body fat, all diets simply work. All diets simply work. So that means, like, I think of like baseball starting five, like since we're in ALCS, Yankee fans, holla at the Yankee fans. It's like you got the first pitcher, the best pitcher, the second, third, fourth, and then like the fifth pitcher. If this was a starting rotation, the number one pitcher would be your overall calories. So that's like the ace, the calories. If you are overeating, it doesn't matter what you swap out carbohydrates for. It does not matter. You're still going to gain, like you can still gain fat if you're overeating. Okay, second would be the protein. So the second, pitcher would be the protein requirement. And protein, make sure you do not get flabby. Make sure your muscles aren't flat. Make sure you're building lean muscle and rebuilding lean muscle. So it's calories and protein. And to answer your question directly, yes, you can swap fats for carbohydrates, and that's known as the ketogenic diet. So a ketogenic diet is super high fat and super high protein, and they completely eliminate one major macronutrient. That's why it's not my favorite, but people have done it, and it seems to be successful. But as you know, I like lasagna, so I'm not I'm not going keto anytime soon. But just think of this. Carbohydrates hydrate you, so they have water in them. So when you drop carbohydrates, you're going to, yes, drop very quick weight, but it's water weight because you're dropping carbohydrates. You're also dehydrating yourself, and that's going to make you lighter on the scale. But what happens is, as soon as you have a drink, like some real food, like a carbohydrate, you're going to shoot up 6 to 7 pounds. And I've seen people get very upset about that, very discouraged because they've been working out for, say, 2 to 3 weeks, going keto, losing 10 to 15 pounds, which is great. But the second they have one piece of bread, they go back up, they gain 6 pounds, and then they're very, very, very discouraged. And I just explained to you why that is. So I want you to keep that in mind. You can certainly swap out fats for swap carbs for fats or fats for carbs. But you have to understand why. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Am I doing it strictly for weight loss? So I think it's going to get me results quicker. And the answer is, if you're being 100% honest, if people are being honest with themselves, weight loss and building muscle takes a hell of a lot longer than people admit. 6-week challenges are great, but they get you started. They get you just kind of like it's an appetizer for the upcoming weeks. But if you're being honest, the people who get the best results, it takes years to get them. And then after they get the results, they are spending years or the rest of their life to maintain it. So the ketogenic diet can be like a good jumpstart if you're doing the fast for carbs. I personally think it's not, but if it can motivate people, but you have to understand how to regulate your emotions, because like I said, those results, that weight that comes down fast, that those 10 pounds, the second you have like a drink or something like that you want to have eating while you're living, you're going to balloon up. So, and when I say balloon up, I mean gain 5, 6, 7 pounds in a matter of a day. So you have to learn how to kind of like play, understand the game, understand your nutrition, understand your body. But if you're a person who likes to go out with social gatherings and drink, remember this culture is food and drink oriented. So if you have friends going out, sometimes people don't socialize unless it's like a certain diet, which is crazy. I think you should learn how to eat, learn what your goals are, and understand that carbohydrates do not make you fat if you're trying to lose body fat by cutting carbohydrates out. And I have to assume that's the reason why, because that's really the only reason why people cut out carbohydrates. Cutting out carbohydrates does not make you lose fat any faster than at any other diet. All diets are created equal. If they work for you, they work for you. I'm not going to sit here and say keto is better than this. You need to figure out what works for your lifestyle. If it's not working for your lifestyle and it's not sustainable, you're going to lose the 10 pounds and you're going to gain back 20 once you go back to living your best life. So understand the nutrition. Keep that in mind. But answer your question directly. Her name was Diana. So you can swap fats for carbohydrates. So avocado would be an example. Avocados are high in fat with some ground turkey. That's how people generally do it. Anything like that. And can you overdo protein? Yes. But it's hard to do. So keep that in mind. But if you're trying to lose weight, if you heard nothing else, I want you to listen to this. If you heard nothing else, it's calories first over everything. So if you burn 1,400 calories and you are eating 16, whether it's carbohydrates or whatever the case is, you can eat 1,600 calories of just whatever. And if you burn 14, you, my friend, will gain weight. At this point, it doesn't matter how much apple cider vinegar you have. It doesn't matter how tight your waist trainer is. It does not matter. You're overeating, and that's not going to help you. I hope that helped. And I want to give one last example. The reason counting calories is important when you're starting, it's like budgeting. When you get paid or you have money and you make, say, $4,000 a month, $4.5, but you're spending $4,800 a month on little outings here and there, and they're just adding up to $4,800, and you're making $4,500, you're $300 in the hole. So that means you're going to be broke at the end of the month, every single month. The only way to not be broke at the end of the month is to spend less than you make. Hope that makes sense. So that's the concept of what counting calorie does. You understand, hey, your body makes 1,600 calories, burns 1,600 calories. If I go over that, I'm gaining weight. It doesn't matter if I do 17 hours or 100 hours of cardio. If I put that waist trainer on so tight I can barely breathe. You got to know what your body does, how it burns, how it operates. You're the master of your body. Become the master of your lifestyle. Those are our questions for the week. We're going to wrap this up. We want to come short, brief. I know you're off from work. If you have any questions, you can submit them below, but we already have our next 3 weeks worth of questions. So you'll be in November. Diana, thank you for your question. I hope this helped you. Jimmy, what's up? Kwan, what's up? Soma, what's up? You can always check me out, AuthenticHouse.com. Anyway, guys, be well. Happy Wednesday. Enjoy the holiday if it's your holiday. If not, get after it tomorrow. Enjoy the weekend. Let's see you later. Peace.